Welcome back to another episode of the Four Rings Inn.
Woo!
We are back in City of Shadows, beneath the city of Thalia, in the catacombs. We left our three highborns within the twisting tunnels as they have just confronted the gnawing, clawing rat that is the size of a small dog, as its beady eyes and sharp teeth scurry towards them. So without any more anticipation, are you ready for a scary story?
Not today.
Hell yeah.
Not today. Catacombs are dark and damp, the halls thin and filled with bodies. Oriana, within the light of your lantern as it cascades down these dark tunnels, entering at the cusp of where it turns to darkness is this huge, matted, beady-eyed rat that scurries across the floor, still its mouth still dripping with whatever bone and flesh it was chewing into for sustenance to make it this large. The halls, again, are thin and winding, where it is only about wide enough for two human-sized individuals. Eleanor, with you being small and nimble, you're able to... it is room for all three of you to stand side by side. But this rat is large and fat, and it takes up a huge portion of the catacomb in front of you. Its claws scrape against the stone as it skitters towards you, a fresh meal it has not had in a long time. Renshore, you are first to act as the rat closes in the distance. It is about 15 feet from Oriana as your reflexes kick in.
Oriana is standing in front of us, yes?
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. She's how far away in front of us?
I imagine within arm's reach.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if Oriana wants to keep
So
you
we're
guys far back,
meeting
that's
I
backwards.
think like 3 to 5 feet. I think if you reached your arm out, you can probably grab me if you wanted to, but there's a distance between us for movement.
Gotcha. Okay. The first thing he's gonna do...
Is it magic? Is it magic?
It is magic. Well, it's
I'm
almost
like-
magic.
Gripping onto Venture's arm.
I'm
looking
at you.
you feeling the thing?
What are you gonna do?
Don't freak out. And then I will do some hand motions towards Oriana. And nothing will happen. Nothing visually, at least.
Yeah, Rencher, you see, as you trace
Wait,
the runes,
sure.
only to your eyes, you see the runes, like, glow as your fingers trace them. But nothing happens to Oriana yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do like the idea that, Eleanor, with your nat 1, it's not that your reactions are slow, it's that your reactions are actually very quick, and you immediately just turn to Renchor.
Yeah. I'm just looking at him and I'm like,
What's he
that's
gonna
still great. You're doing such a good job. I
do?
can't say
Living
his
his
name.
best life. That's excellent.
And so then, because I cast a first level spell, my arcane ward comes in, and now I have a little mini shield myself.
Yeah.
Does that show?
No, I don't think so.
You're truly so capable.
So when I'm drawing these runes in the air, they're kind of glowing. Like 98% of them, like kind of move forward, but like just there's like a little line that like moves back towards me.
I love that.
And so past that, nothing happens. You see nothing else. From what you can tell, nothing has changed. And that is how that shall remain. I am then going to draw my sword and like ready an attack.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. Was the spell an action or a bonus action?
It was a bonus action,
Cool,
so
perfect.
I'm using my action to like ready.
Yeah. Excellent. As soon as the rat gets within range, you can strike. Anything else you would like to do?
Eleanor, are you right-handed?
Sure.
It's just gonna be really difficult for us to fight like two right-handed people in side by side this narrow hallway. I'm gonna step in front of you.
I'm sorry that my handedness got in the way. I can try left.
Well, if we were like
handed,
one
right?
left, one right, then we could like sideswipe it or but it's just we're touching elbows.
My
So,
dagger,
alright.
my sword is also significantly shorter than yours.
That's what.
Like if we're both right-handed, then it's like here and like here. You know what I mean? I don't think. Okay, Renshore. You know what you think best.
Whatever you say, Ren, sure.
Perfect. And that will end my turn.
Excellent. Oriana, you are up and you see this rat coming directly towards you.
Yeah, I want to pull my sword out and just go to stab it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Go for a skewer.
Yeah. Hit me.
12?
A 12 is a glancing blow. As you
Ooh.
stab where the rat is, its hair is so like thick and matted that it like almost catches your blade and deflects it, but you still
You
see
didn't
like
even
a
say it like
splash of
that.
blood come up from it. Yeah, roll damage and then I'll have it.
Was that its blood or the blood that's matted in its fur? We'll never know.
You'll never know.
6 damage, so half of that will be 3.
3.
And then I'd like to bonus action unarmed strike. I'd like to just kick it
Yeah.
with a 15 to kick it.
Now a kick.
Did you run
And-
up to it and then stab it?
Yeah, I got within range.
Okay.
I mean, I'm sure it was kind of closing in on me, so I just closed the rest of the distance.
Okay.
Go for the stab, kind of missed a little,
Yeah.
and then I'm going to go to kick it for 5 points of damage.
5 points. Excellent. Sweet.
And that is my turn.
Perfect. You kick it, it squeals, and then as it like gets kicked, rears back and takes a slash at you with one of its claws. It's gonna make an attack roll for you. I know your AC. It does not hit you. As it cuts through, you see it leaves a little gash on some of your cloak and rips through it a little bit, but it does not get through the Ashen Order armor. And that is its turn. Eleanor, you are up.
I would like to kind of like hunkering with my small stature
Yeah.
and try to maneuver around it to get from a flanking position.
Yeah, absolutely.
I know
Yeah.
you said it's really big in the hallway, but I am.
But you're small.
No.
You can get through, and you're just trying to get behind it, right?
Yes, yeah.
Cool,
I
so
just
you're-
want to be flanking it with
You're
Ori.
not taking any opportunity attacks. You move through. You definitely brush up against its fur as you move past it. But yeah, you have the movement to get around it for sure.
Okay, perfect. And then I would like to try and get it with my fancy new sword.
Absolutely, yeah.
First
You-
hit of the campaign,
You
Eleanor.
have
You can do
advantage.
this.
Getting up behind the rat, you have advantage on this attack.
What are the odds this sword shatters?
On a nat 1, the sword will shatter.
That's so fair.
That's a 5% odds.
Yeah.
Okay,
Could it be?
Does she
17.
hit?
That's the hit! First hit of the campaign!
First hit of the campaign!
It just took 15 episodes, guys.
15 episodes, you did it!
Excellent.
Oriana, look, I think I can do this one. It's so big.
It's really hard to
is
miss
so
this
proud.
target.
Okay.
Eleanor, you can roll damage for this attack.
So
Damage.
wild. Okay, but wait. I also
There's
have Sneak attack.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So that is I rolled 1 on the sneak attack both times.
Such-
But that's fine. That's fine. That is 11 points of
Ooh,
damage.
Very nice. A huge hit onto the rat. You sink the sword like handle deep into the rat before pulling it out. Eleanor draws first blood. First blood for Eleanor.
And then I look at my sword and I go, ew.
Ew.
Oriana, you get a full view of this as your light cascades onto Eleanor, making her first strike.
And then, as my bonus action, I want to say, look, Oriana, it's so big. It's pretty easy to hit if you just go right there and give her the help action.
Yes, absolutely. And Oriana, you'll have advantage on your next check.
Okay.
Perfect. Renshaw, immediately before your turn starts,
Wait, who did the rat attack?
Oriana, it missed.
Oh, sorry, I totally missed that. You were supposed to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh,
It's fine, we'll do it next time.
yes.
It missed. It didn't hit. It didn't land
Okay.
a hit.
I totally missed that, sorry.
No, you're good.
Does
That's
it
what
still
happens
roll
when
a
you
wisdom
keep your
if
spells
it
secret.
misses the attack, or just if it's like target?
We'll have to wait and see till next turn.
Wait until next time. Renshaw, you, as Oriana moves and strikes, her, the lantern kind of like shakes and moves around the halls, and you get a quick glimpse of, from the holes in the wall that host the bodies of the buried Thalians. Normal sized, but rats have begun to peek their eyes out and just pour left into your right and just pour into this hallway. You can adjust on your peripherals. Again, there's not much light where you are, but you can hear their scurrying and there's the scuttering as they come down the walls. If you would like to make a attack against the swarm of rats, you can, because you have a held action. It's going to be a disadvantage because Oriana's light is facing ahead of you and these rats are in the darkness.
That's fine. It's a free swing. I'll take a free swing.
Take a free swing.
Ooh. I rolled a 19 and a 3.
Ah,
That's total 9 to hit.
that is a 19. That is a glancing blow. That's a
Oh.
really good. That's a really
Shit.
good bonus.
Okay.
Yeah, give me damage.
4 plus 3 is 7. Round that how you wish.
Cool. Renshaw, it is your turn. It comes back to you in the initiative.
Okay. Is Oriana still facing away from me?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I will. Hold on, let me read this.
And then after Renshaw, Oriana, you'll be up next.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I, noting my sphere, do lines of magic again. This time, all 100% of the runes go towards Eleanor. Oh, that's not true.
Eleanor, you
No,
almost got something
I
nice.
wasn't expecting Eleanor to run away from me immediately. I can't help you now.
You
Well,
stepped in
I'm
front of her, and then she immediately ran past
Yeah,
you.
I was like, stay here. She ran. Well, that was crazy.
I couldn't land a hit, Renshaw. I needed the advantage.
Oh man, I don't know what I'm gonna do now.
Attack.
Maybe the swarm that's coming for us that we haven't noticed yet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. I will just take my rapier and just basically just pirouette, just spin around and hit as many as I can.
Yeah, absolutely. Give me another attack, again with disadvantage, because the light is not on you.
That is an 11 to hit.
That will hit. Full damage as you, again, wide sweep, trying to get as many of these rats as possible.
Ooh, I rolled a 1, which is 4 plus 2, 7. Again.
7. Excellent. Cool. Excellent. You cut that swarm half down to size with that swing. And so they are significantly weakened as the bodies of rats are just thrown to the side by your rapier, split in two. And you see even some of the rats that are pouring in become distracted by this new blood on the floor and begin to feast on the rats that you've now cut apart. Anything else for Renshaw?
Renshaw is going to continue to maintain a distance and hope that Eleanor returns to him.
Deal. Oriana, you're up.
I'll take another good swing at this fat rat in front of me.
Yeah, sure.
With a 16 to hit this time with my
That
sword.
definitely hits.
And 5 points of damage.
Ooh, cool.
And if he's still up, then I'm gonna bonus action kick him again.
Perfect. Give him a kick.
21.
21. Yeah, that hits.
With 6 points of damage.
Ooh. Very nice. Yeah, you kick the rat. When you kick it, you see between the sword slash and the kick, you break one of its legs, and it like drops down and it is hurt bad as you kick it, and you're beating the shit out of this rat. As you do that, you feel at your ankles the rats that have poured through the walls begin to like scurry up your boots and try to make their way higher onto your thighs. The rats move past this large rat, and Eleanor, you can see them enter into the light of the lantern as they begin to scurry towards you as well, and begin to crawl up the big rat and begin to bite into it. It is hurt and bleeding.
Ew, there's so many of them. There's a lot, guys. Why is there so many?
So they're gonna, because the swarm covers all three of you, it's gonna attack all three people.
Hold on.
Yes.
So, they have to make a wisdom saving throw.
When attacking Oriana.
Okay. Does a 13... Actually, okay, so that doesn't count, because that's going to you. The rats are going to bite Renshaw. They're going to go to attack Oriana. Does a 7 beat your wisdom save?
I have no idea. What's the DC?
It's going to be 8 plus your runic spellcasting.
Okay, that makes my runic spellcasting 0. So the DC is 8.
He's 8. Okay.
What'd
fail.
you roll?
They
fail?
Yep.
They have to either pick a different target or drop the attack.
Cool. Because it's a swarm, they drop the attack. You see that they go to climb up your boots before immediately just letting go and dropping off. And then Eleanor, they are going to give you a glancing blow as they come to get you. Let's see.
Ew, guys, they're really nasty.
Renshaw, you take 6 points of damage as these rats chew into your boots and into your legs. Eleanor, you take 2.
Hard.
And that is halved. It was 4, half to 2.
Got it.
Thank you.
Cool. That's their turn.
Oh,
The
actually-
the large rat is going to wheel around on its broken leg. As it spins, it just tosses rats like that are clinging onto its fur into the walls. It turns around, one, because Eleanor is the one that just dealt it the most damage, and two, Oriana is mean and it does not want to be here anymore. And it is going to make an attack on you. Because it has its rat friends here, it gets advantage for pack attacks. And it rolls a 14, which will hit Eleanor.
Mhm.
So Eleanor, you are going to take another 5 points of damage as this rat scratches into you and then begins to claw its way down the hall past you. It's going to use its movement to do that. If it will leave your it will invoke an opportunity
And
attack.
Oriana's too, right?
Yes, and Oriana's. So both of you can make opportunity attacks if you want.
16.
Ooh,
12.
12. Both of you can roll damage.
Shit.
Oh, that was cocked. Worse.
That fucking hurt.
4.
4, okay.
And 7.
And 7. Together, how would you guys like to kill this giant rat?
I think I'm just like more concerned about my wound, that my sword's out there and it's just like uncomfortably poking it that's keeping it in place for Oriana to heal.
You
The
it
damage.
like, jams it against the wall and it just can't move away as
I'm just like,
Oriana.
ugh.
And I'll just skewer right through it.
The rat collapses dead, and you see a good chunk of the swarm begins to just pool on it, and as an easy feast begins to dig into the fur of this huge rat.
Yeah, as soon as like I stab it and kill it, I want to kick it like as far against the wall as I could to like make sure it's out of the way so that we can have some space to walk around it, like as before the rats get to it.
Yeah, for sure. That's the rat. It dies on the rat's turn, so it's still Eleanor's full turn.
Okay. And the horde, does it look like the horde is entirely distracted by this, or does it look like there's still some guys after us?
Give me, what's the closest thing we have to an animal check? Give me a nature check.
Oh. I'm a city gal. Ew.
You have no idea what these rats are doing. They're just scrambling on the ground. They're eating each other. They're eating this big rat. They're still kind of biting at your ankles, trying to come up your high heels. Yeah, they're still moving around.
Guys, I think they're really stupid. I think we can just run away. And then I'm gonna try to slash at them.
Yeah, sure.
With a 10 to hit?
That will hit.
Thank you for lowering. Thank you for our enemies. AC being low.
I try to help Eleanor out. That's what I'm here
I mean,
for.
my AC is the same as that swarm, just so you know.
Your AC's 9?
Yes, it is.
Ew.
Why do you think I stood back here?
Yeah.
Well, then they surrounded you anyways. That's a 7.
A 7. Excellent.
7 points of damage.
Yeah. You.
Oh, wait, no, I should still get sneak attack, right?
Yes.
So if I got... Am I flanking in this? I know I have people near me, but...
Yeah, the swarm covers enough that you can get sneak attack on this as they...
But would I get advantage for flanking?
Yeah, I'll say so. You're on the other side of this.
Just in case I roll a nat 20.
Yeah.
I did not.
You gotta try. You gotta shoot your shot.
But... That is an additional 6 points for
Ooh.
sneak attack. So 6 plus 7.
Yeah, you clear out the entirety of this swarm, finishing it off just as at the top of the initiative, another swarm begins to pour from the walls. Renshaw, you are up as a fresh batch of rats, now smelling the blood and hearing the squeals of these rats are coming out of the hosts of the bodies that they were nestled in, and coming into the fresh feast.
Okay, so Renshaw, still standing kind of away from everything, away from the light, is going to draw some lines real quick and like hold them in his right hand. And then he's going to walk up, touch both of them, and just kind of push them towards the door. And the right hand is going to touch Eleanor to give her that spell.
Yeah, absolutely. You touch them, kind of usher them forward. You are going to move. Do you want to move out of range of these rats?
Yeah, like there's a door in front of us, right? That the big fat one came through, so.
Yeah, you can move farther down the hall.
Oh, you're asking for them to take an opportunity on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah, I am moving out of their range.
Excellent. They do get you on that. Unfortunately, not a 20, but a natural 19.
Ooh.
They are going to nip you. Oh, dang it. 2d6, I rolled a 3. So 3 points of damage for Renshaw.
Damn, I just got some of that back. Casting that spell, I get some back. Went away again.
And then you push the other two out as this new swarm pulls in. And so they actually, very intelligent, as you push them away, as the swarm pools on the ground, they never get even within range of the other two as you kind of move them away.
Eleanor, what is your dex?
3.
3?
It's 3. That's my modifier. 16 is the
Okay.
big number. Did we move on that? Like, are we away, or is that just narrative?
He probably moved you guys.
We're not yet.
Yeah, if you guys allow him to move you, he'll move you like up to his movement, so like 30 feet. He can push you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't really take any movement on my last turn, so I have the movement available.
Cool. Would you guys, at this point, you see the swarm start to pool around the dead rat and begin to climb up it and like really encircle it. You feel there's a beat where you have none of the rats are even going after you. They're all like getting hung up on this big rat. If you would like to get away, now is an opportunity to do so.
Yeah.
There is a door.
Yeah, you go like just around a corner, and there's another one of those doors lifted from the bottom with one of those handles that pulls up. I need a strength check from whoever's gonna attempt the door.
Are
I'll do
we
it.
outside of initiative?
Yes, you move outside of initiative.
Can you let me know when 8 minutes has elapsed? Or
Yeah.
sorry, 8 turns. So,
That's
48 seconds.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'll
that's
give you.
probably
Yeah,
Never
yeah,
mind.
for sure. Um,
16 to pull the door open.
Yeah, you one hand reach down again. It feels like there's a counterweight in these doors, and you pull up. The stone slides up, and you move into the next part of the catacombs before poof, letting it come down behind you. Again, another handle on the other side. Poof, come down
okay.
behind you, separated from the rats.
I think I check in with everyone. Are you guys okay? You good?
I think. How much do the potions do?
The potions are going to do 2d4.
2d4.
Mhm.
So if I got max, I would waste 1 point.
Then you should probably do it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It got me a little bit.
Well, then take one of the
Yeah.
bottles, the water.
Okay, I'm gonna take a potion.
Yeah, I actually.
Rencher,
I
how are you doing? Do you need
I
one?
didn't get that hurt. No, I'm actually fairly okay.
Okay.
If I had to like judge the pain, I'm feeling like a 15 out of 18.
Okay.
I am
Interesting
now
scale.
feeling like a 16 out of 18 if I had to judge.
I'm glad we're using the same scale. How are you feeling, Oriana, on an 18 scale?
On an 18 scale, I am an 18 out of 18.
Oh, fantastic.
Ooh.
You didn't get hurt at all?
No, they didn't touch me.
Oh, wow. That's fantastic.
What a coincidence. It's like someone abjured all the attacks from you. What a coincidence.
That's not what I did at all.
No.
I gave them a chance. They just weren't wise.
Eleanor, would you still call it an 16 out of 18 as you look down and you see like your dress is like has that rip in the side of it now where it comes?
No.
Oh, way less.
Emotionally, no.
My gown! This was a custom red vor.
Why did you wear that here? We were going
That's all
into...
I own.
That's
I
fair.
only own Red Wars.
I only own custom fitted to my exact measurements and designed with me and the House Quillen in mind.
Well, then
Why would you wear anything else?
Then it will not be a problem to either get a new one or merely just a replacement.
But they're all one of a kind.
I'm sure the Red Warriors would go out of their way to make an identical one to this.
And what do I explain? I got attacked by a rat in the catacombs?
A huge rat.
I mean, we've been attacked before. It's in the paper.
We will
You don't
simply
have to
just
give
get
that
you
many
a brand
details.
new, one-of-a-kind dress. And then you will have a
That
new,
works too.
beautiful dress.
It'll be okay.
Rensher,
Do you want me to take the rest of that sleeve off for you?
Sorry.
No. Leave it as it is.
Perfect.
Yes, God, what were you saying?
Sorry, your 48 seconds are up.
Oh, okay. Fuck.
Yeah. Sorry.
Did you set an actual timer?
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I
You just picked
I
the middle of a
ballparked 48
conversation.
seconds. Yeah.
Got it.
Excellent. You press deeper into the catacombs. Again, still working on Renshor's double nat 20 he got on his navigation. Making your way through these tunnels until your torchlight or your lantern light falls on another stone door. This one is wreathed in a decorative arch. The lantern light sets deep shadows in the recesses of all the engravings on this door. Particularly a relief of the Eversong, one of the Novem. There are words carven beneath the depiction of the Novem that say, "May your stories echo these halls forever, ye resting chosen." And you see that this door, again, has the bar at the bottom, needing to be lifted.
Before we lift this, I would just like to say how. Never mind. Let's just go.
No,
Sorry.
Renshaw, if you have something to say.
No,
Are
I was
you-
just.
Are you afraid? Do you wish to turn back?
No, I was just going to say like how exciting this is, and how happy I am in your fencing training that you've managed a strike, and I'm glad we're not doing this individually.
Things are always better together.
Indeed. Okay, Oriana, if you want to give that a lift. No, sorry.
Okay. No, don't apologize. We can take this slow if we need to. If we need a break before the next room.
Feeling good.
You feeling
Yeah.
good? Hyped up?
Yeah.
Okay. Eleanor,
Is this
congrats on your
injury
first hit.
Oh, thank you so much. I did get a little bit of blood on my sword. I'm not sure that's quite the look I was going for.
Are you planning
And
on
I'll
keeping that
take
dress?
my cloak and I'll wipe it off for you.
Oh,
I'll clean
Oh,
it.
thank you so much,
Okay.
Oriana. It looks so much prettier now.
My cloak is already it's torn, it's dirty. Now it's got a little
so
bit
is
of
her
wrap.
dress.
So is her dress. Her dress is the same way.
We can preserve it as much as possible.
13 to pull open the door.
This door is heavier than the last one, and you are just able to. It takes two hands and like a full lifting with your back to get this door up and lifted.
Lift
Should
with the
never be
legs.
lifting with your back.
I'll lift with your back.
Lift with your legs.
Idiot.
I'll go in for the full squat and push
Yeah,
this
you
up before I lift with my back, sir.
This one you gotta lift. You gotta do a full squat. But as it comes up, you see a line of flames, lights in the next room, pouring light down into.
Oh, don't need
this.
that.
Yes, we do.
We could still keep it.
We can keep it. The room alights, which is the room of white marble. Every surface is bordered in either gold, onyx, or lapis lazuli. The blacks, the golds, the blues, and then the pure white of the marble separate this room so distinctly from the black, dull catacombs that you've been traveling. 3 beautifully intricate sarcophagi occupied this space, each with a life-sized carving of its occupant on the lid. The room would normally be breathtakingly beautiful, lined in golden onyx. But if it wasn't for the crack in the ceiling that water has been slowly dripping through, the rumble of the iron falls can be heard distinctly in this room as you figure you must be right beneath the waterfall.
Wow, it's fortunate it's just dripping then.
The water drips into the room, but you see as you come down a small set of stairs, the floor of the room has been completely flooded with at least 2 feet of standing water. The water rippling ever so slightly as the water drips in from the ceiling. The floor cannot be seen as this water is not clear but murky and white after running and sitting in the marble for so many years. A tile path that's raised above the water leads through the room, but it is slick and sheen with the water that's been lapping over it and reflects the light of the fire on the ceiling. The edge of the tile just eroding ever so slightly as the water laps over it, over and over and over again.
Was the room designed to be like flooded on 2 sides like this? That this
Definitely
tile
not.
floor is?
Nope.
But you said there's a raised tile floor that we can walk on?
Yeah, it looks like
Probably added in later.
yeah, it was either added in later, or it looks like the sarcophagi are raised up, and just the way that the room is designed to be,
I see.
the water has just sunken into its recesses.
Before we go any further, I would like to take a shade mark out of my pocket
Sure.
and toss it into the water.
Yeah.
One less shade mark.
You know that standing water in any like horror video games or movies is biggest fear. I hate when there's water. There's always something lurking in the water.
Always
Always.
something looking in the water.
It plops into the water, goes a little bloop, and then ripples out throughout the chamber.
Well, I guess I should have made a wish. Onwards?
I guess we've walked practically the length of Thornley by now. I wonder how deep the Black Tomb is. Do you think the catacombs could connect?
There's a good chance.
Do you like a secret entrance into the dungeons? Or out of the dungeons?
I believe it.
Exciting.
certainly just as old.
All right.
Older,
I guess I'll
maybe.
take the first step
Yeah.
to the next tile.
Yeah. You guys step into the tile. Are you guys following Oriana across the room?
I must.
I need everybody to give me a dexterity check. Oriana, as you enter this room, you feel like you get hit by like a wall. It's like when you walk outside on like a summer day and you get hit by that wall of heat. It's very similar to that, but as this wave comes over you as you step into the chamber and onto these tiles. You are rolling with disadvantage.
That seems unfair. Okay.
Well, hold on. I imagine we're all kind of like walking in a close line.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, while behind Oriana, just do some real small magic, very tiny,
Okay.
not much, and just touch her real quick.
Yeah. Oriana, yeah.
Then you can add a D4 to that.
I like to imagine I'm between you guys, but you just like reach right over my head. And I'm like, oh.
I think I look back like, yes?
I'm making sure we're staying together.
Okay. Still rolling with disadvantage.
Yep, disadvantage, but you get a D4.
I don't know if it's gonna help. Oh, I rolled a 4 on that D4.
Hey! It helped.
I hope I got a 6.
A 6, excellent. Renshore, how'd you do?
What is your dexterity?
Oh, I guess I can add my dex. So 9.
Excellent.
I'm like, there's no way you rolled a nat 1, didn't disclose that, and had a +1 for your dex.
No, I rolled a 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Plus the 4, 6, and then I get 3 for my dex.
Okay.
So 9.
Okay.
Still not great, but...
No, probably still didn't make it.
Yeah.
That's better than me. 6.
Okay, Eleanor, how'd you do?
16.
Cool. You guys step into onto the tile. Immediately, you watch Renshore and Oriana, separate ways, slip immediately off of the tile, both falling into the water. They splash into the water. For a moment, as the water covers them, they are submerged and except for maybe their head or their arm, completely unseen by how murky
this reminds me of
water
the
is.
milk baths.
Oh.
Before
Does
they
it splash up onto my dress?
Yeah, 100%. It's splashing. Yeah, it gets the bottom of your dress wet.
I'm hiking it up.
Yeah, as the waves wash over, and on your passive perception, you notice ever so slightly the ripples of the water that's dripping down, the slightest different ripple that moves to where Renshore flipped the coin.
And which side? You said we fell on different sides. So which side did he flip the coin to?
Flip the coin onto the left side.
Yes, he flipped the coin onto the side that you fell, Oriana. So you fell to the left, or you fell.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Renshore, you fell. You narrowly missed one of the corners of the, of one of the sarcophagi. Your head misses one of those. Doesn't knock off it as you splash into the water. But both of you stand up again. The water is about 2 feet, so it's coming up to your knees or a little higher.
I completely submerged in 2 feet of water.
You fell sideways. You don't think laying down you're less than 2 feet? You're crazy.
I think I would land on my feet or shins.
You slipped.
Not with that roll.
Not with a stick.
Guys, 1, you guys really should practice walking in heels. It really helps with balance. 2, I think there's something in the water, so maybe get back onto the tiles really quickly.
Oh. Okay. We'll shuffle over.
Yeah, what's the closest platform to me? Am I close to like where the sarcophagus is, or just like a
No.
regular tile?
So the side that Renshaw fell onto has these 3 sarcophagi. Your side is just complete water. You have the drip coming down, and it's all certainly no longer still. You see the water now hitting the walls of the chamber as they reflect back. So the closest thing is just the platform that you just fell from.
All right, then I'll try and just get back onto the platform that I
Yeah.
fell from.
Perfect. Give me dexterity checks from all 3 of you one more time.
You do not get that D4 anymore.
That's okay. I rolled a nat 20.
I rolled a nat 19.
I
High
rolled a
five.
19.
Oriana, I hate to do this to you. Was that with disadvantage?
Oh, it was normal.
Why does she have disadvantage?
Because he said, I got another nat 20!
Oh,
No way!
That's 2 sessions in a row.
wow. That's
Wait,
One of
crazy.
us.
I rolled a 2 20s on disadvantage last time, right?
Last time. Now it's my turn. Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's another nat 20.
Wow. Oriana, you are able to pull yourself up, and you are able to scramble all the way to the end of this walkway to the other door. Like you use a little bit of the water, you kick off, and you immediately get up. Brencher, you rolled high again, right?
I rolled a dirty 20.
Dirty 20, cool. You hop up and get right back on. And then Eleanor, how'd you do?
22.
22, yeah. All 3 of you reconvene.
We did it!
We all knew that there was something in this water as soon as
And
we
we
saw
were-
it. Like, it's not a surprise that there's something here.
She's so mad. You all reconvene at the other end of the chamber. The water slowly settling down. Oriana, for a double nat 20, as you push through that I can't think of a word. Disadvantage. As you push through the disadvantage, you realize the reason that the air feels so heavy and that what is holding you back right now is, as you look around, you can see there are inscribings of the ascended that these 3 chosen that are buried here had served, and scripture of Volsair and Amira and Everin and Ryan. And as your eyes kind of catch the words as you pull yourself up and you get to the other end, you realize that this room has been warded against certain entities, and you think he might be one of them.
Still got in.
Still got it?
Words can't be that strong.
Oh, that's why the door was heavier.
And then, but you all reconvene at the other door. You are up against the exit to this room.
Okay, let's open this door in the event this thing decides to come after us.
Absolutely. I'll go to open the door again.
Yeah. Again, disadvantage. You're still in the room.
I'll help.
There you go. Flat roll.
Okay. What am I adding to this? 10.
10. You pull on this door with a 10. It does not open. You see you're flexing your muscles. This one is heavy.
Renshaw, I think you need to help some more.
I'll help
I need
some
you.
more.
I need you to lift with your legs,
Not my back.
not with your back.
Oh my
No.
god.
Oh, I was doing it wrong. My apologies. Not one.
Guys. I think this one's on me.
You can try, but I don't think you can lift it over. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna get...
Four.
Guys, we're stuck here.
You guys,
We can't get out.
Eleanor, as
No,
you
it's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You go.
No, Eleanor, as you tug, you notice again another ripple in that water. This one much larger than the last one.
I take a shade mark and I'm gonna try to throw it to the other side of the room.
Yeah, absolutely. You toss the shell mark and it goes in, and you wait a second. You don't see any ripples, which is better than previously before.
Oriana, can you keep watch on the pond, and I will try and lift it again.
Okay. I was gonna help you. We can both lift.
Just keep watch.
I will help him.
I think Eleanor should keep watch of the water, and I will just help you lift the door.
Oriana, we don't have time. Just watch the water.
Oriana,
Please.
look, I think, do you see right there? I'm going to try to show her where it is. Look, no, Oriana, see? That's where I saw the first ripple, and that's where, and I'm going to try to distract her.
Yeah.
I think this is like a roll off, because I don't want to be distracted. I don't understand.
Yeah. Or Eleanor, give me. This is persuasion. You're trying to. This is persuasion, and then Oriana, you can give me. I would say, insight.
Insight? Yeah, I would agree.
With disadvantage.
Oh God. Okay. It was already pretty bad.
Can I get advantage from Renshore?
Yeah,
'Cause he
I'm
started
helping
it?
persuade.
Okay.
I said
Mine was
please.
already pretty bad though, but.
Okay, that's much better. That's a 25.
Yeah, okay, I rolled a 6. So.
Oh, so I would have beat you with my force, though.
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay, I look
so
where you're
they're
pointing.
Distracted. I'm gonna crouch down, bend the knees, get ready to lift with my legs, do a little bit of magic, and put that extra 1d4 on myself.
Yeah, for sure.
That's all I can do. I can't find my d4. There it is.
We did all of that
For a
and kept
D4.
Oriana off for a D4.
4d4, yeah. But it was a 4!
Let him cook.
In addition to the 15, in addition to the 1, which makes it a dirty 20!
That gets the door all the way up. You see Renshore pulls the door up, and you guys move, I assume, out of this room.
Yeah, I think as soon as the door's open.
Yep, I got
we
it!
went through.
You push
Wow,
through.
Renshore, you're just so strong.
Thank you, Eleanor. It was my legs. I lifted with my legs.
That technique from Oriana, she really is a great teacher.
Are you
Yes.
guys okay? I feel like you're acting weird.
I'm very scared.
Yeah, and I'll close the door.
As
That makes
Eleanor-
total sense to me.
As Eleanor says, "I'm very scared," and Renshore closes the door, Oriana, you feel that wave, that pressure release, but is immediately replaced
Yeah, but
by. As the door closes, you realize your lantern is soaked and that fire is out. as the
oh
door
no,
closes-
I fell.
Complete darkness as you guys are in here.
I have matches. And
They're gonna
I'm
be
trying to
wet.
light it, but it's soaking wet.
Yeah.
Ooh,
What are we
okay.
gonna do?
I have this, and I pull out
Yeah, I
like
can't see
a
what
little
this is.
shade mark that gives off not enough glow to light up a space.
Shade marks glow?
The slightest little bit.
That's fine.
I probably still can't see your face. Wait, I have at the ritual with Lucille.
Mhm.
I know there was a bunch of stuff that was very witchy and
Oh, yeah, you got little
really
vines and
stuff.
bones. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out because I have my bag of holding that has
Yeah.
the vial in it. I'm gonna pull out a little like viney, planty thing.
Yeah.
Here, try this.
We're gonna
Okay.
light
See
a
you
plant on fire?
with your match. It's not gonna last long.
Yeah.
Can we try and wrap it around the torch? Maybe try and catch the wood? Dry it out at least?
Renshore, if you want to make if anyone wants to make a craft check, you can try to craft this.
I want to make a craft check.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll totally let you do it.
I think I saw a play on this survival skill specifically. I did not.
Would anyone like to help the man?
I'll give him the help action. I don't really. Yeah.
Maybe It's a craft check. Can maybe I just
Yeah, go
you
for
could,
it.
Yeah, you could give it.
try
It
instead?
was your
Maybe
idea.
I'll also.
What were you envisioning?
Yeah, that works. I guess if we're also just need kindling, I don't want to, but I'll. From the very back of my drawing book, I will rip.
No,
a
don't use
single
that! Use your dress! It's trash anyways!
dress.
It's
Wrench.
trash anyways! You admitted that! It's soaked, it's cut, it's bloodied, it's wet. I already said that. It's gonna probably get worse as we're only not on our way out. Like, just a little bit. But your drawing book is so much more irreplaceable than this ruined dress you're already planning on getting rid of.
Okay, from within like the folds of my dress, that's like as low as I can go without it being wet.
Yeah.
I will use my sword or use the dagger.
Yeah.
Get a little bit.
Yeah, just cut underneath. You don't do the top. Just cut like a little bit of the petticoat underneath, so then the dress is still on top. It's not noticeable.
Or go sleeveless. I mean, that's a cool look.
Venture. I'd rather walk in the dark.
That's your prerogative.
And then wrap that around with the evidence. I did go for the evidence before the dress.
Excellent.
Keeper. And can I make a craft check?
Yeah, sure.
That is 24.
Wow. Yeah, 100%. With the vines and especially your dress, you are able to get a slow burning fire in the lantern going, which you think by the time the sticks and the dress burn out, the lantern will be dry enough that it will light itself.
Yes.
Here you go, Oriana.
Good job,
Got our
Eleanor.
light back.
Thank you. Did you want to hold the lantern? Will it make you feel better? Maybe make you feel a little more safe?
No, it's heavy.
Okay.
No, it's fine. It's an adventure. It's fine. It's fine. It's just a one-of-a-kind dress. It's fine. It's fine, guys. Let's go.
Perhaps we should have gotten you a different dress today.
I don't think that there was a good outcome. I don't think there was a good choice.
Okay.
Yeah, because, if we got her a whole new dress just for this, she would have gotten attached to the new dress. It's like, first time in the
True.
catacombs
We'd be
type
in the
thing. It was still a one-of-a-kind. And it still
Except
would have
we
got
wouldn't-
destroyed.
We wouldn't
Yeah,
have
but
a petticoat with the new dress probably, because we would have probably pushed her towards something more mobile. And now we wouldn't have a torch. So this actually works out. We appreciate your sacrifice for not letting us die in this bottomless, caveless, dark pit.
It was
I
already-
would have cut part of my cloak off if it wasn't soaking wet.
No, it's all good. Venture is correct. It was already torn. And internally, I'm thinking, I don't know if I would have had to, but I did not want to do it if my dress hadn't been torn already.
I feel like you're thinking the next time there's a body of water I'm jumping into.
I'm
I'd rather have a wet dress than a torn dress.
Gotta get in.
The dress can dry.
Alright,
I
so
have
do we have light
excellent
now
staff.
for the room?
Yes, you do have light.
What do we see?
What do we see?
You are
A
in
pile of dead bodies.
dead body ever. You are in another
catacombs.
another tunnel of the catacombs, similar to the one where the rat was, minus the rats.
I will be on the lookout as we walk for
Yes.
rats.
And
I need-
other things in water.
Yes. I need... Actually, you do not need to give me a navigation check, because we said Venturer's nat 20 on the first one would get you through the second one. So you do not need a navigation check as you move farther and farther away from the
rumble of the
sound-
falls.
Yep, the rumble of the falls. However, I do need everyone to make stealth checks, and Renshore and Oriana, you're going to make these with disadvantage as you see wet footprints left in the catacombs every step you take.
Oh.
What if I wasn't trying to be stealthy?
That's okay. It's just general stealth. It's a stealth check for the
Okay.
group.
Okay.
Not
4.
great, guys.
4. Excellent.
12.
12. Eleanor?
12.
12. Perfect. You...
Mine would have been 12 if it wasn't with disadvantage.
There you go.
Mine would have been in the 20s if it wasn't with disadvantage.
These
I rolled poorly.
guys hate their disadvantage. They don't like it. You guys move down the catacombs for another 10 minutes. Always watched by hollow skulls and lifeless corpses. Eventually, you come to a grand intersection with a high vaulted ceiling and arches connecting the 6 intersecting paths that meet in this location. You see the 6, including the path that you're on. In the center of the room, there is a circular hole that has been rimmed with about 3 feet of stone around to make like a little well in the center of this intersection.
That's
And-
where you tossed your shade mark, Renshore.
Oh, that's where the wish comes.
Hmm.
Because I did not wish for a monster.
Before we move like into this hall,
Yeah.
can I like tear off like a very like the edge of my cloak
Sure.
and kind of put it like under a rock or something near the door that we came through, since there are so many entrances. I want to make sure I know which one we came out of so that we can leave again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
I'll say as you
Really
do that,
smart, Oriana.
you lay your cloak down and you notice that the next to the stone that you put it, there's a engraving on the floor that says resting chosen, as if to go down this path would lead to
that
the
makes
resting
sense.
chosen.
But cool.
Someone else.
But no, yeah, no perception check needed. With that thought of I want to be able to get back, you see that, and then you look around, and all the other paths also have names to them. The other paths that diverge from here are the Hall of Scions, the Hall of High Swords, the Tomb of Spheres, the Founder's Hearth, and the Crypt of the Nameless.
Is the crypt of the Nameless on our left?
No, this is a hall that would lead you in that direction. And the Crypt of the Nameless is also the one directly opposing to you, which would be further away from the rumble of the falls.
The Crypt of the Nameless is where we should go. Odd that Lockwood told us that it would be on our left and it's straight ahead.
Well, maybe we should make a right and put it on our left.
That's what I'm. Yeah, I
Yeah,
we should
you would
not
know.
enter the Crypt of the Nameless.
Yeah, you know that from the from the resting chosen to where you guys are now, there were plenty of paths that diverge from there. So this path isn't going to lead you, like, you're not going to walk into the resting chosen, into the Crypt of the Nameless. This is just going to get you in the general direction.
Oh, I see. Which is why we had to do that navigation check on the way here.
Yep.
Because it's a catacombs.
This catacombs.
So if our clue says that on your left is the Crypt of the Nameless and turn right, Retro, you're suggesting we position
go
ourselves
towards... No, I ignore my previous sentence. I had a brain spark from some almighty. We should go towards the Crypt of the Nameless. And at some point when we get there, just as like when we just came from what's it called, the Resting Chosen.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We'll see the Resting Chosen, but we don't have to go in. Or sorry, we'll see the Crypt of the Nameless, but we don't have to go into that room. We can continue past it, or turn right, or whatever it is that we are supposed to do that I am currently forgetting.
Nope.
That
no,
is
you
our
are-
correct choice. I feel very
Okay.
strongly getting a sense, just
Uh-huh.
innately.
Yeah. No, you are 100% correct. You also see that you would know any of the paths that you take will require a navigation check to get to the spot where the name says they go.
I think we should also go to Tomb of the Spheres. That sounds very fun.
I think we should stay on the path.
I think we
There's
should stay
a
on the
path
path.
that way. There's a path that way too. Never mind.
If you wish to explore it, perhaps after we attempt the Spindlemaiden, when we come back to this room.
Yes, of course. Onwards.
Cool. You guys
And while we're walking, I'm gonna talk for 10 minutes about us as a group.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
how happy I am that we are continuing forward, and blah, 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 blah.
Are there any benefits we get from this talk?
Absolutely none. You just annoyed.
I'm sorry.
Everybody gets 6 temp HP.
Ooh, that's really good.
I think that can include me.
Yeah,
It can include yourself. Yep. Okay.
you're roused by your speech.
That's weird.
Wow.
but-
Venture, I am just feeling so strong with your words. You are such a talented and capable speaker.
Oh, well, thank you. I don't believe that to be entirely true. I think this is just a harrowing situation in which any amount of encouraging words would feel appropriate.
As you travel away from this intersection, you go around the well in the middle, move down the hall towards the Crypt of the Nameless. I need one more.
As we pass the well, can
Yeah.
can I toss a shade in?
Yeah, sure. Give me. Actually, you don't need to do it because Eleanor's is so high. Eleanor, your perception notices as you come by it. Renshaw flips a shade mark in, and it rumbles, click clacks off the stone a far way down. And you read engraved on the stones that make up this well. It
Oh, no.
says.
Those words.
In plain English, it says the Well of Lay, and then next to it, in a different language, it says Con Lay, and then in a third language, which you take to be Old Etherian, it says Cisternum Lay. Each spelled a little different every time.
What's that mean?
It's old.
Oh,
I don't know.
I knew that. Also, what's the point of a well? Like, so far underground. Like, there's a ton of water right over there.
This went quite deep. I don't know what it could be pulling from, but
Maybe I shouldn't have thrown money in it.
You're gonna clog the well.
let's just hope that you made a wish and that it comes true.
I did make a wish.
Good.
One less coin rich.
Everybody, I need a navigation check and a stealth check.
Flat rolls, no funny business.
No funny business
For everyone.
for everyone.
Man, my rolls are terrible. John, I got a 5 navigation and a
Okay.
9 stealth.
Excellent. 5 and 9.
I have a 14 navigation and
Okay.
a 25 stealth.
Wow, very good. And Eleanor?
10 navigation and a 14 stealth.
Cool. Are you...
I rolled a 2 and a 3.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As you guys travel down these catacombs, combined, your navigations are just able to make it through the twists
I
and
helped.
turns. I helped. as the rumble of the falls becomes fainter and fainter until there is just silence. And as soon as that deafening silence reaches your ears, you come to an intersection. The path continues forward to destination unknown. It diverges to the right and snakes down a hallway where at the turn you can see the faintest glow of candlelight. And as you turn to your left, there is another stone door wreathed again in an arch, this with dark gargoyles, their maws growling, their wings extended. The only thing carven above the door is the crypt of the Nameless. You see, this door is not like the other ones. There is no handle on this door. It is smooth stone and it is heavy.
Darn it.
And as you turn and look at it, your lantern light pools on the gargoyles, pools on the deep recesses of the crypt of the Nameless. As it moves down towards the door and towards where the handle would be, you see the entrance to the crypt of the Nameless is lifted by just about a foot, with a piece of wood, maybe stone, some sort of rubble has been jammed under the door just to keep it just open enough. And you see bloody footprints. One pair, but humanoid in nature, but small footprints lead out of the crypt of the Nameless, turn and move directly ahead of you. So not the way you came and not to the right, but the footprints move out and away from the crypt of the Nameless.
Well, we're going
Should we
right.
close? Yeah, should
Right?
we close this door though?
On our way out?
Really? I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to just like kick this stone.
I'm worried that right down that hall is the Spindlemaiden, and she can hear us, and she might be upset if she is the one who propped open the door.
Perhaps we should ask her. You're right.
I would like to also, with the cloak that I have that's like poor people cloak,
Yeah.
kind of pull it up over like my hair.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
pull it tighter, so that way if we are entering towards the Spindlemaiden, I don't want to look quite as much like Count Eleanor Quillen.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think I do have proficiency with the disguise kit. I know I don't have the disguise kit,
Mm-hmm.
but if that could go towards like how well I
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, give me
of my feat.
Yeah, give me a craft check.
Count Eleanor Quillen would never go sleeveless.
Try to convince her.
The cloak covers that. That is a 19.
Excellent. 19 on the disguise. Perfect. Yeah, you pull it up, you change your appearance enough and kind of separate yourself from that Count Quillen staple look.
Smear a little dirt on your cheek.
Yes, this is perfect.
What direction do you guys choose in this intersection?
Right.
To the
Right.
hall, yeah. Right. Left.
No.
You turn down the hall, making your way away from the crypt of the Nameless. And as you turn the corner, you are greeted in the home of the Spindlemaiden. And we'll be right back from a quick break as you enter the domain of the Spindlemaiden herself.
Should I roll initiative now or when we're back?
Yeah.
I think Jake should go first because he automatically knows
I
his.
already know this. This has
Yep.
been my favorite spell since day one of reading the player's handbook. It is Burning Hands. It is the only spell in the player's handbook that tells you exactly what to do with your hands. Your thumbs go together and your fingers spread out to make a cone shape. That's the only reason I like it. It's not that good of a spell, but it has that somatic? Is that the word I'm looking for?
You're right,
It has that somatic component, and it tells you what that somatic component is. All my characters have it, if they can.
I don't think Renshaw has it.
He can't. That's the if they can.
That's so sad.
Yeah, that's so sad.
I thought about shaping it around, like shaping him around that spell for about 30 seconds. And then I was like, that's ridiculous. Like, that's so stupid.
That is fun.
I was thinking about my favorite spells, and I came down to 2. And so I think my first one would be Hellish Rebuke. I think that's a fun one because it's a reaction spell.
Yeah, that's cool.
It also has the somatic component of like pointing your finger and like rebuking that person, and then like they catch up in flames. And I think the imagery of that one is really cool and pretty. And my second favorite spell is Misty Step.
Nice, sure.
I think my favorite spells are not the flashiest spells. I'm sure there's cooler ones, but Aubrey personally would love to have Prestidigitation. I think that would just like make your day-to-day life so much better, or Detect Thoughts, because if I had a superpower, I want to be able to read.
No, that's too much power.
I know you don't want it, but I want it so bad. It kills me sometimes when I think about it that I'll never actually be able to read people's minds. Like, I cannot attain that.
You just think about that on like a daily basis. Like, God damn it, I can't read people's minds.
I just would really enjoy it.
Aubrey is living every day in hopes that mind reading technology will come out, and then she will be able to participate in before she dies.
I think a big part about reading people's minds is they don't know you can read their minds.
Yeah, I want just me to have the technology.
I think that there are probably some better spells at the high levels, but early on, Find Familiar is so good. It's so fun.
Yeah.
It's a ritual. It doesn't even cost a spell slot. You get a full friend out of it. Like, it's awesome. You know what I mean?
But now you just sound lonely.
You get a friend. Find Familiar is really good. In the Paladin vein, like the Find Steed is really fun. Anything that's, and again, you can cast it as a ritual, so like you don't even spend a spell slot. You get a full animal out of it. It's a wicked spell.
Could you kill Find Steed and like then get another steed in 10 minutes after casting the ritual?
I think it's.
Or is it always the same animal?
I think it's the same animal, like the way that, like when you kill a familiar, it poofs into the ether and then poofs back when you summon it again.
I was just trying to create an infinite food glitch.
Oh no! Jake's just eating his horse every
time. Spell to make food and water.
Oh yeah, never mind. There's already an infinite
There are
food
other
glitch.
spells for that.
We're all here casting our food spells to survive in the wilderness, and Jake is summoning a steed.
Find Familiar?
Jake is summoning a steed that could get us out of the situation, kills the horse, and then like we're gonna eat the horse.
But you can get another one in 10 minutes.
That's so much meat. If it did work, there's so much. Oh, I hate that.
Comment down below what your favorite 5e spell is. Dearest Oriana,
I don't know what I'm doing. I cannot write to her. Not anymore. But so much has happened, and I just need someone to talk to. Someone who can listen to all the things that I cannot tell her. I found my grandsire's siphon, and I've been practicing runic magic. It's illegal and super dangerous. But I do not wish to stop. I wish to understand where I come from, who my grandsire and family were before Thalia and before the depraved. And I believe I need all the help I can get. As your Viscount, I implore you to like and subscribe, and together we can keep the depraved out of this city and save her.
We return to City of Shadows as the three of you enter the home of the Spindlemaiden. As you turn the corner of the catacombs, you are greeted with a huge room. It's shocking that this exists underground, how big the room is. The walls on your left and right are barely visible, and the far wall and ceiling so high and so far, they are in complete darkness.
Oh my gosh. Where are we?
The great question.
Exactly.
The lantern that Oriana is holding bathes in light, rolls upon rolls of fabric. Some are like half sewed together, some have been folded apart, some have been taken from other bits of clothing and stitched together. Some look like just a pile of string and yarn, but a rainbow of cloth, some folded, some just in piles, covers the walls that you can see, whether with piles it look being worked or draped against the walls. In the directly in front of you, about 30, 45 feet, actually it's probably closer to 50 feet ahead of you, there is a ramshackle market stall like you would see in the Emerald Market that has been set up. The overhang, the awning, pristine as it never sees the sun and still as it never feels the wind. A handful of small candles are here, freshly lit, displaying a little bit of light on this market stall and the cloth around. Seated at the stall is a cadaver. It is rotting. There is not much left of the body that sits and mans this stall. What used to be probably a beautiful young woman is now a rotting corpse. The bones of her arms and hands easily seen through the skin that's sloughing off. Her face, her skin on her face has drooped down so low that it drags her eye sockets down below her cheeks. Her eyes completely glassed over. And as you enter this huge room, the body, with a strange amount of precision, but unlike any movements that a mortal would make, sits up from its seated position. Its arms flop onto the table, and as it moves its head back, its eyes roll completely back into its head. And as you approach the cadaver, a voice echoes into this chamber, seemingly coming from no direct angle as it bounces off of the walls. Greetings! New faces have come to meet the Spindlemaiden. in my humble dwelling. Ah, another tier vault. A Lunaris, I see. And even a
I don't
Quillet.
think your disguise is gonna help.
But which one of each, I cannot tell. What brings you to my humble shop beneath mighty Thalia?
I'll like elbow Oriana.
We come with payment from Lockwood.
Viscount Lockwood hopefully sends better payment than last. Please, set it out. And you see the cadaver moves its hand and like motions on the table. How close are you guys getting to this market stall?
I didn't want to enter too far into the room without like permission, but then after she started talking and if she's like putting her hand out for the payment, I'll start to move closer towards the stall as like it feels like she's kind of given an invitation in, but I did not want to just
Walk in.
intrude in her space without permission.
Sure, yeah.
I will stay back as far as I can.
And
Basically,
Eleanor
not
has the
moving from
vial,
where we.
so I'll
And-
either like
Yeah.
wait to see if she wants to give me the vial or if she wants to put it on the market stand herself.
I think I'll walk with Oriana up to like, you know, a respectable distance, and then I'll kind of take my cloak down because she smelled me. And I'll look to Oriana to be like we're giving this.
Yeah, I think so.
And then I'll pull it out and walk up with my hand outstretched all the way.
Does the
Yeah.
body stink?
Oh, it smells horrendous.
Perfect.
As you place the vial in the body's hand, the voice comes over again and says, "Thank you so much. It has been quite overdue for this payment." And as the Spindlemaiden is speaking, the mouth of the cadaver is like moving, but not articulating any of the words being said. And Eleanor, as you place it in its hand, with your perception, you can see like impossibly thin silver strands of like silk that connect to like the joints of this cadaver that extend high into the darkness above you.
Yeah, I put that together just before you said that.
And then I would like to step back to Oriana.
Yeah.
And I think as Eleanor's putting the vial down to kind of speak through the tension and the quiet, and I'll just kind of say, your home and workshop is astonishing. It holds so much history our whole way through. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Not many appreciate the company that resides down here. But after long enough, everybody gets used to it. And as she's saying this, the cadaver's hand moves, and again with like more articulation than you've seen from any kind of like marionette puppet. The fingers wrap around the cork of the vial and pop it open, and the red glow within escapes in like this red mist that comes up and twirls around the room for a moment before landing like to the left of the stall. And as it poofs onto the ground, spreads out in a puff, all of the sudden the mist condenses and standing in the room with you is a disheveled, shaking dwarven man who, mid-sentence, goes, "Redvor, no! Redvor, who, where?" And as he turns to you and sees you, terror in his eyes, he goes, "Where am I? Who are you? What is this?"
This.
Yeah.
Hello, this is. Well, you're underground.
As you just get that out, you see, just creeping out of the shadow, two long hands, humanoid, but longer than and larger than any person's hands. Fingers like rubbing together in anticipation, quickly shoot out from the darkness on long, like fleshy arms that looks like it's rolled up at joints that shouldn't exist. Grip him with both hands and then pull him into the darkness. The screams are quick before you hear the like squish of bone and guts and the crunch of what was his body, which quickly excuse me, that was quite rude. You were saying about the catacombs? I'm glad you enjoyed your progression from above.
Yeah, I will like kind of grab Eleanor and kind of like hug her like kind of close into my side, because I know that she's probably not, like, my eyes are still on the cadaver, but I know that she's probably not having a good reaction to the whole dwarven thing. So I'm kind of like holding her into my side. Yeah, it's so rich with history, and the materials I've seen from your work are beautifully crafted. Your fabric is exquisite. I've heard it by the name of Seracum, I believe, but do you have a proper name for it, for your work here?
Yes, I am glad you're familiar with my work. Seracum is what I call it. But I must say, I have not had a Lunaris come visit in maybe since I've been down here. Or should I say, what's left of one?
Your materials, unfortunately, I found one of your garments, a red one specifically, but it was all torn up and disheveled, but surprisingly, it still had a strong residue of magic left behind, and I was just very curious what kind of magic you would embed in a red cloak.
Yes. Well, you know what they say. Curiosity kills the cat. But it looks like you've done well enough getting down here yourself. Unfortunately, there's not much company down here that is talkative. As Buckward knows herself, the price of my goods is worth every mark. But one thing I sell, aside from the fabric and the textiles, is information. So if you would like to buy some off of me, I would be more than willing to negotiate a price.
Is there any specific information that you're looking for? News of the world above?
Yes, of course. If you're not looking to provide me with anything as fresh as Lockwood is, I certainly am interested in the news above. You see the body at the table at the market stall reaches down and brings up what is left of like a sewing machine, long since destroyed from being down here, but the sewing needle still intact and still sharp. And it places the machine on the table, and the voice again goes, "If you're interested in exchanging information, I accept payment in memories."
No.
Now, no need to be worried. You wouldn't lose any of your memories, as I will not lose any of the information I give. I would simply share all the memories that you have. Get to know all the faces and the names above. Keep me in business.
All the memories we have, or memory for information?
If you would like to negotiate, we can negotiate memory for memory, or all of your memories for all of my information. Come, Tyrval, you stand in the back. The last one to come down was far more brave. And you see the cadaver like beckons forward.
No, I'm content back here. The last one came to come down, gave me fair warning.
A wise man.
How do you acquire these memories? Are they spoken out loud or just merely
A simple prick on the spinning wheel.
Don't do it.
Your memories live in blood. Blood is a powerful thing.
Oriana,
We can turn around. It's okay.
what do you wish to ask?
a couple questions actually? I'm looking for a lot of information here. So
Was
maybe
that you
I'll...
to be off? We should go. We should just go.
I've made Jake so uncomfortable.
Yeah, it says it right here. Don't do it.
doesn't say don't give her any blood.
It says her prices, however, are the most perturbing, and we just watched her eat someone.
Yeah, but she's not gonna eat us. She just wants to know. She just wants knowledge. And I mean, if I
How
was
do you
trapped
think-
away somewhere for however long she's been down here, I would be curious to know of human interaction, human experience.
Oriana, if she eats all the payments, who's the puppet?
I don't think she's gonna eat me.
I didn't say she was
I
going to
walk
eat you.
towards the spindle.
Yeah.
As a Quillen, I hold a lot of memory, a lot of information. For each question my friend asks you, I will give you one. Whatever one you wish.
Very appetizing. I'll take that offer.
Of course you should.
Ask your question, and I will name the memory.
Go ahead, Oriana.
I will offer my own for my own question.
No one should offer any.
It's all right. Go ahead. Ask.
The torn garment that I spoke of belonged to a couple by the name that I only know of a mother and father. And I was wondering if you know of them and their business. I'm looking for information on these people.
Yes, I could answer quite thoroughly. I only ask for, as you request memory of people, I request memory of people. Quillen, I request a memory of an event, a meeting, a gala, a ball. One where you saw many people and heard much gossip.
Of course.
It only needs a prick.
And I will think back to the last ball I attended before leaving for School Spire,
Ooh, very nice. Yeah.
when I'm sure I was trying to soak in as much information as I could before leaving. So that's about a 6-year-old memory.
Yeah. You prick the finger. You take 1 point of damage, and your max HP goes down by 1 as you prick your finger. You still retain the memory, but that the night of that ball, the Spindlemaiden lives in your body for that moment, for that time, and she hears all the conversations, speaks with all those people, and has all those interactions, and she gains that knowledge.
I would like to do something from the hallway.
For sure.
Before you do anything, as I prick my finger, I would like to deceive my friends to think that it did not hurt me at all.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. Yeah, give me a deception check, and then everybody else give me insight. I'm gonna say, because of how dark it is in here and everything that's going on, Eleanor, you roll with advantage. Which I know you don't need for deception, but that's the spot we're in.
That's a good call, though, Eleanor, because I was literally about to just pull you away, seeing that you took a point of damage.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 10.
Did it work?
I rolled a 22.
Oof.
Well, I was never gonna do that. Why did I even bother?
I was never gonna get that.
My first roll wasn't as good. My first roll was like 10.
It was mid, nothing good.
Yeah, it was low on the die, but that advantage.
It's dark, it's scary. You absolutely can. You keep it. I was like, even the Spindlemaiden, you impress her. But she speaks up again and says, "Yes, there's actually 3 of these cultists of Cinderfall, as they say." And the body at the stall holds up 3 fingers. And she goes, "Mother is Certainly the smartest of the bunch. She is the one with the plan. Never deals down here without a mask. Never gives her memories. Very secretive, that one. The other two are less careful. The one they call Father goes by the name of Resbin von Fair. Rather, he went by that name when he lived. His corpse was unchained by the other two. Too hateful to die. Too weak to resist their or question their commands. Too weak for now. If my memory serves me fair, Resbin was quite a mage back when the city was founded. Hated Blacksbane back then too. The third, as a matter of fact, was just down here last night. Paid me well for the liver honey of a liar. A rare ingredient needed for a dangerous poison. His name will be quite familiar to you, Quillen. His name was Viscount Rickard Oakenor. Interesting that he would get caught up in such a crowd. But it sounds like the Viscounts have reason to hate, doesn't it, Tyrval?
How do we know you're telling the truth?
I have been paid, and if I wasn't telling the truth, my word is the only thing that keeps me in business this far deep. I can promise my word is as true as my Seracum is good.
And what specifically does the Seracum do? I asked a little earlier, what type of magical power would you weave within the cloth that you have given to the cultists?
Yes, a very wise question. You ask about my work, and so, Quillen, I will ask about yours. I wish for a memory of the pristine. Something recent, something news of how Castle Grey Wall operates.
I reach out and I give her the memory of the notes from the latest.
Oh, excellent.
The high priest.
Yeah. You prick your finger, another 1 point, and then another -1 to your total. And the Spindlemaiden.
I want to see if she got hurt.
Yeah. Give us another insight.
Oh, do I not reroll?
No, you can roll.
perception?
You reroll.
21.
I can't beat that.
Natural 20.
Ooh. You see it.
I would like to duck around the corner in the hallway. Like, I assume it's a doorway. So, just...
Yeah.
Gotta get to that page. I was busy taking notes. Yep. And then gonna do some little quick lines real quick. They'll glow, and it'll kind of break up into 3 pieces. One will go towards me, one towards Oriana, and one towards Eleanor.
Yeah, sure.
Everybody's hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 5 for the next 8 hours or so.
Very nice.
Doesn't that replace our current temp HP?
Would that
Yeah.
replace?
Is that temp HD again?
No, it's normal HP. Your max
so you-
HP goes up, and your current HP goes up.
Yeah. So your base health goes. So you still have the temp on top of everything else, but your base
Okay.
goes up. So Eleanor, what before the spell? What was your max HP?
16.
16. Cool. So this spell will bump it up to a 19 for the next few hours, but after the spell wears off, you're back down to 17. Or sorry, to 16.
Yeah.
But yeah, for now it goes all the way up to 19. The Spindlemaiden speaks again, echoing into this dark chamber, and goes, "You asked about the cloaks that I've made. I made 12 cloaks for the 3 that came down and asked. They were made to help one master a sphere faster, understand runes quicker than most mortals, and to aid in if one needed to slip into the shadows." Mechanically, you would know it gives a +1 to runic casting and +1 to stealth. Is what the red cloaks do. And then she goes, "I also was commissioned for 3 special cloaks. One for each of the 3 that run the cult they call Cinderfall. These cloaks were made to enhance all magic that comes out of their wearers, and to truly avoid being seen. And these cloaks give a +2 to any kind of casting and a +3 to stealth." It was fine Sericum that I made those cloaks out of, and it was for fine payment that I did so.
Eleanor, are you okay for one more question?
As many as you need.
How much of the city can you hear from down here? Would you know where they have their secret gatherings, where they meet the cults of Cinderfall?
Not much can be heard this far underground. I know not where they meet, and so I will not charge you for it.
It's fair.
Oriana, perhaps you should ask about the door. When ready,
Did you perhaps leave the door cracked open to the Crypt of the Nameless? Are you aware that there may be someone else down here with you? We had seen footprints and the door cracked open, and we're unsure of its nature.
How interesting. I did not crack that door open. The Crypt of the Nameless is the catacombs in general are home to a handful of denizens. But it's been quite some time since anything's come out of the Crypts of the Nameless. If what you say is true, there's much to be concerned about. But they did not come this way. Whatever entity strode from those halls.
And one last question. And this time I want to pull Eleanor away from the spindle. Because I would like to offer my own finger for this question. What's your connection to the Tyrval name?
I don't know that we need to go into that.
If that's the question you ask, I will record. My price is the same. A memory of your connection with the Tyrval name.
And I do want to prick my own finger. And I will think about earlier in the summer, one of my favorite dates that I went on with Renshaw as we attended a wedding together. And it was a big event, and I felt like the whole time it was just the two of us there, regardless of how many people we interacted with. And the occasional times that we slipped away from the party to just enjoy each other's company and then try to get back to socializing. And one of my favorite memories with Renshaw.
You prick your finger on the spindle. You lose 1 from your max HP, and you lose 1 hit point and the 1 from your max. However, due to Renshaw's spell, it's going to come from the extra 5 and not from your actual hit points. However, Renshaw, I need you to make a perception check for me. And the DC is high, but you can make it straight.
18?
That's high enough. Renshaw and Eleanor, you notice as Oriana pricks her finger, even in the darkness of the Spindlemaiden's lair, as her blood trickles down the needle towards the basin beneath the sewing machine. Unlike Eleanor's crimson blood, Oriana's blood is black. The Spindlemaiden speaks and says, "Yes, many years ago, I was greeted with the presence of one Alanth Tyrval. He came here seeking knowledge of old and supplies. He did not want his supplies to be tracked by the counts or the viscounts from above, with, I believe his words were, meddling fingers that get in everything. But he sought information and supplies as he summoned mages from Drayden's academy. I only met him twice. Once when he requested knowledge and requested the supplies, and once when he picked it up. I must say, unlike the other Viscounts these days, he had the nerve to come pick them up himself. And I respected that. But I will add, he did not pay in memories. He did pay with bodies.
He wrote a poem about you.
How lovely. I must return him the favor then.
Okay. Well, I think we should go close that door immediately.
Yes. Thank you for the information and for welcoming us into your workshop. This was a lovely time.
Of course. No need to thank. It was a fair exchange. Feel free to come again anytime.
Oh, and one more thing, I guess, before we head out then. If we were ever interested in ordering from you, how would we contact you? Do we have to come back down here?
I feel like you've done quite a good job so far. Come to my stall, and we may do business whenever you would like.
Okay. And I go to kind of grab Eleanor again, kind of like hug her close to me and walk back toward the door towards Renshaw.
As you leave the Spindlemaiden's domain, a final echoey farewell goes to the chamber as the body waves its hand, and then a gust blows out the candles and the room falls dark.
Right.
Okay. Let's close this door.
Yeah, if you want. I mean, I wasn't planning on meddling with it, but if you think it's right.
I mean, I sure hope all the horrors that were trapped in here have not left. But I think
Well, it looks like
closing it.
one thing got out, and it would appear that it wants to go back in. Maybe we just leave it so that it could go back in? I mean, it would have left it open for a reason.
So everything else could follow?
That's fair. That's a good point.
There's a handle on this side, no?
No.
Neither side has handles.
Neither side has a handle.
It was not meant to be open.
I say we just kick the rock in and...
Or pull it out.
Do you wish to put your arm inside the room?
I don't wish to put my foot in.
I wasn't planning on putting my foot in.
I mean, if you kick in...
You
know
can
what I
give it
mean?
you can give it a good kick and just get the rock out from underneath it.
Okay.
It's however you want to do it.
I will kick.
Cool. You have to kind of squat down to get the rock kicked out. Give me a strength check and a perception check real quick.
Strength, 13.
Excellent.
Perception, dirty 20.
Ooh. You are able to, you get down low and you kick the stone out from underneath the door, and as the door slides shut again, as Oriana stands behind you with the lantern, you get a quick glimpse beneath the door, and just a couple inches above the ground, you can see, reflecting off of the light of the lantern, there are a dozen feet the bottoms of feet hanging just a few inches over the ground, bodies strung from the ceiling as the door slams shut.
Oh. The footsteps may be bloody because he may have killed them all. Or it.
You from looking at the feet, they were like bones. They had been there for a long time.
Oh, okay.
Or like, yeah. If there were skin on them, they were not fresh.
I see.
You almost get the impression that whoever is behind these doors, they wanted them to hang forever.
Do we follow the footsteps?
What
I
the
don't
hell?
know.
What do we...
I mean, for curiosity's sake, I'm a little intrigued, but we successfully completed what our goal was down here. We talked to the Spindlemaiden, got some excellent information. We're still alive. We can make it out now if we want.
But we're spending so much effort stopping this cult, stopping Cinderfall. I mean, that ancient creature over there seemed somewhat, hesitant about the quality of the things coming out of this door. Would letting it walk free not be worse than just Cinderfall happening?
Would we be able to stop it?
Would we be able to find our way back? We also have to make sure that we don't get too lost down here in the crypt. I mean, we had explicit instructions on how to get here. Now we're kind of going off that trail. As long as you're confident that we can retrace our steps. You've been kind of navigating us down here. If you want to follow it, I'll gladly follow you.
I don't want to follow it.
But if it's the right thing to do.
Perhaps the right thing to do would be to get your cloak friends. But I don't know what we tell them.
I don't think anyone's coming down here. Now, the blood is recent. And so by the time we get out and get anyone else back up down here,
It will be long gone.
it's going to be gone. It's a decision we have to make now. And I'll follow you down there. We can go. Eleanor?
If we have purpose to follow, if we have a plan.
I think we have purpose.
Greater
I don't
good.
think we have a plan.
No.
I mean...
I guess the plan is to just see what it is. And if it's hostile,
It's hostile.
attack. Well, we don't know that.
We also don't know if it plans to leave the catacombs. I'm sure every hall within here has something that could be hostile. We know we can't enter that room. I'm willing to follow, but if we're going just because we think it's dangerous, I think most things down here are dangerous.
Why don't we just ask the Spindlemaiden where that goes? I'll give him my memory. But then we know at least if it's going to or away from the city.
Okay.
No?
If you'd like.
I'm game. Or we
Guess
can
I'll
just...
go.
Okay.
Let's just go. It's
I really don't want to deal with that thing anymore.
I really
that was enough. Yeah. If you guys would like to move down that hall, give me a navigation
No,
check.
no. Let's just go leave. Let's
Oh.
just
Oh.
leave.
I thought we'd just go down the hall.
Oh, no.
If you guys want to leave, I need a navigation check. If you're following the footsteps, it's a navigation check with advantage because you're just following a path. Like it's laid out in front of you.
I don't know. One has advantage.
One side's a bloody trail.
I don't know. You kind of talked me into it.
Eleanor talked me out.
Yeah, but you already talked me into it. Like now I'm ready to go follow this.
Let's go.
I don't think it's worth it.
But now I think it is.
It's clearly walking away from the city. The city's the other direction. Perhaps it's just tired of being tortured down here. And it would just like to leave.
Can I inspect the footprints?
Yeah, for sure. Give me, if you want to try to, give me a nature or survival check. You can also give me an insight check, and you're going to get a lot less information about it, but it'll be different, something else.
I can get a 10 out of insight. I rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. You squat down. On a 3, they look like human feet.
Oh, it's a 10.
Oh, a 10. That's true. On a 10, they look like human feet. A little bit larger than yours, probably about Oriana's size footprint.
Does it look like a shoe or a barefoot?
It's definitely a barefoot.
A barefoot or a human foot?
I was just gonna do that, and I was like,
Damn it. It's a bare human foot. Not a werebear.
A where?
No! Dude, I got him. we are locked in, buddy. Yeah. No, it's a shoeless, sockless human foot.
It's a human foot. I mean, it's a person. Potentially a bad person.
A person who could survive being locked in that room for who knows how long? That's not
Does
a
that
person.
mean- Who? It could be a witch. It could be anything, really. I mean, we know there's a depraved loose in the city. All we have to judge this person for is that they, at some point, went in and came out injured.
You actually don't see any footprints going in. It's only coming.
But they wouldn't have had footprints going in.
Yeah.
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, they're only coming out.
Which meant that they were in.
Yeah.
I have a duty to protect the city, and if you think it's hostile, then I feel like I have to go towards it. Simply because I have to protect the city, and maybe it needs help, and they are still part of the city, and maybe I can help them. Either way, I feel like now we have to go down this hallway.
How many of those potions do we have?
Plenty.
Plenty. I believe we have 3 total between us. Venture, you had 2 as well, right? So we should have 5.
I have 2.
I have 1, because I used 1.
And I have 2. So we have 5.
Plenty.
Then let's go. Let's descend deeper.
Brenshaw, don't make that face. This was your idea.
Hit me with some navigation checks with advantage then.
Ooh, I needed that advantage.
You know, you're just following footprints.
Yeah.
15.
15.
10.
10 with advantage.
12.
12. The three
My
of
15
you...
should not have been the highest.
I rolled a 15.
The three of you... I rolled
Hold
15.
on.
Oh,
we
no.
need to pause for a second. You have a -3 in navigation?
I'm a city girl.
How do you get around the city? Julius. Got it.
Julius.
Continue.
You follow these bloody footprints. They move decisively. They turn corners without wavering. It looks like there is no hesitation, as whoever this was knew where they were going. You followed this trail of blood until you reach the base of a set of stairs that winds up. And the footprints go up the stairs, and so you ascend up the winding steps, the cold stone almost getting warmer and warmer as you go up and up and up.
We could have just taken the stairs.
Finally, you get to the top of this staircase, and as you get to the end, the bloody footprints begin to fade and wear away as the blood has been scraped away. But you get to the top of the stairs, and a false wall sits in front of you. And as you creak bit out just enough to peek into the next room, you see you feel first a cool rush of air push past you, fresh, sweet-smelling air. And as you peek into the room, you see the grandness, dark but grand, moonlit throne room of Caspian Blacksbane. And that's where we'll end tonight's session of City of Shadows.
Shit.
You called that. You said, do you
called
think
it
this goes
straight
to
away.
Black
I was
Dude?
like, man, yeah, you 100%.
Well, I was thinking about it. I was like, I had the map in my
Yeah.
head, and I was like, wait, we started
Mhm.
at like the outer wall, and now
Yep.
we've moved down.
Aubrey's navigation, plus 10.
Shit.
No, -3. It's -3 still.
Aubrey's navigation.
Okay, but for a navigation stat, I know the city that I've grown up in. I just can't follow footsteps. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like,
No,
it's
no.
a different skill set.
Is it? Is it?
Yes.
One is memory,
Absolutely.
one is intuitive.
Looking! One is looking at the ground!
No, yeah, they called it from deep under the city. You are in the throne room of Caspian Blacksbane.
Well, besides getting out of here, we now have a way to visit her much
Way
easier.
faster.
Down the
Much
stairs, down the
easier.
hall, she's right there.
You do have to
We're
get
in
into
the
his
throne room! We have
Yeah.
to get into the throne room!
Yeah.
I'm a count.
They'll let
The
me do it.
throne room. It's not like the courtyard.
Oh, yeah. If you were terrified on the edge of your seat for this episode, make sure you like and subscribe so you can see more of the Gothic horror in store for our 3 highborns. So, again, make sure you like and subscribe for more City of Shadows. But until we meet again over another round at the 4 Rings Inn.
Woo!
Woo!